Hey there, welcome back friends. Let's continue from where we have left, and today we will firstly try to implement the business logic which will generate the available information column. So let's get started. Now before we start this, there is a small little change I have made. I have changed the name of the class from image upload to files handler, and I have also modified the URL pattern. So there is a small little change I have made. Alright, now friends, this particular page is generated by this list files.jsp file, and now let us add in the data for this available information column. So in here, inside this loop, after this statement, we will add a yet another out.print statement. Now friends, in order to generate the HTML inside this double quotes without autocomplete could be tedious. So I will play a trick in here. First of all, I will try to generate the HTML outside this scriptlet, and then I will paste it inside this particular print method. So let me show you how. What we want, first of all, we would require a TD tag. So let me complete the table data. Inside the table data, we will be having what? We will be having a list. So let me complete the list as well. And inside the list, we will have unordered list. Here we go. And inside this unordered list, first of all, we will print file ID. Alright, so this is looking good to me. Now let me format things a little. Now friends, you may be thinking that what exactly am I doing, but it will make sense in a minute. So let me cut this information and paste this inside this print method. And now let me concatenate other stuff in adjacent line. So now this information would be added in next line. So it would be in between double quotes, this information, and likewise we will add in this information in the next line. Here we go. So this looks good and there is no error as such, right? But now in order to read file ID, we need to do something special in here. So in here again, I will make use of double quote, and in between these two double quotes, we will type in file dot get ID. Alright, so this looks good. And there is some kind of error because we have missed the concatenation signs. Alright, now this is good. Likewise, now I can copy this part and paste this once again, paste that once again, and make some modifications. For example, the next thing would be file name, and in here in place of get ID, we will colon get file name. Likewise, we will also get what? We will also get the label. So it would be file label, get label. And finally, let us also read the caption, which is again a very nice thing to read and have here. So we will type in file caption and we will colon get caption. Alright, so mixing HTML inside a scriptlet is little tricky, but if we handle it smartly, it can be done, and it can be done easily as well. Alright, so this looks good, and if I refresh the page, alright, so somewhere we have made some kind of mistake related to tags. Let me check. Here is our file, and alright, so table row has started here and we have ended the table row in here, right? So we need to cut this and we need to end after the table data, the final table data. This should fix our issue. Let me refresh the page. Here we go. So finally we are able to load in the information properly. And there is a yet another very silly mistake made by me. Let me fix that as well. So in here, let me fix that by finding and replacing a couple of things. We will be finding UL and we will be replacing it by LI. Replace all. Let me close this, and now let me fix the other part as well. So I will find this and replace this with li, replace all, even this is fixed, and we will start the unordered list in here. So I have made a mistake in creating this list programmatically, so let me also fix that. That was a silly mistake though. Alright, so now we should get a proper result and everything should be okay now. Alright, let me refresh the page. Here we go. So this is perfect. Now moving forward, let us also try to add in this update information form, which will be generated programmatically. Alright, so in order to add this form inside this update information column, definitely we need to again navigate to this list files.jsp and we need to add the form in here. Now adding the code for form could be like cumbersome. In order to get a workaround, a shortcut technique, I have already created a variable by the name of form, and inside the variable I have already added the code related to the form. Let me show you the code. In here the action is files handler, which is nothing but our servlet. Method is post, and then we have a input field for label, input field for caption, and then we also have a hidden field by the name of field id, and in here we are making use of this variable field id. Again, this field id variable is available to us, and then moving forward we are also adding in a button by the name of update, and then we are closing in the form. This is cool stuff, right? So whenever we are like handling and mixing matching HTML with scriptlet, smart things needs to be done in order to make things easy. So let's move in and let's check in how we can integrate this particular variable in our loop, and it is rather very simple. So we will add in this concatenation operator, add in like double quotes, and in here first of all we need to close in the table row later now. So we will cut this in here, and before closing in this particular table row, now we will again make use of td tag, table data tag, right? And in between this table data we will simply call in the variable form, right? So let me copy the name of the variable and let me close in the double quote, and in between the pair of concatenation operator let me paste the name of the variable. Now if I navigate to this particular view and refresh the form, here is our form. Pretty cool stuff, right? So we are able to generate the form programmatically, and how to handle this form, how to update the information, and how to show up the information directly on this page itself is something which we will see in our next video. Apart from that, we will also implement the action column, but that is something which we will do in some time. Alright, so this is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.